My mind shattered to keep me alive and sane. There was an intelligence in that fragmentation, a deeper wisdom that knew I could not survive the full truth of what I was living. So the memories were contained until I was strong enough to meet them. My name is Serena, and my trauma began when I was 3 days old. Over time, more than 300 distinct personalities were formed to help me survive. For decades, I lived with severe PTSD, dissociation, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and no stable sense of identity. I didn't know who I was. I spent more than 10 years in therapy, including 8 months inpatient in a mental hospital. That care saved my life, but it didn't integrate me. Integration began when I stopped running from myself. I began to breathe consciously. I began returning to my body gently and consistently. Instead of judging my past, I began to see it from truth. Not sympathy or victimhood, but from compassion. I took ownership of my healing, not because what happened was my fault, but because healing required my participation. When we live only from mind, we live in fear and trying to control life. When we return to the body, something deeper becomes available. I call it essence. It is steady. It is truthful. It does not bypass pain. For the first time in my life, I began to feel what was true. It resonated physically throughout my body, and from that place, integration began. Over 20 years of committed work where the fragments of me gradually came home and integrated to today, 30 years later. I live in wholeness and self-acceptance. There is peace in my body. I feel joy at being alive. There is grounded spiritual clarity that does not deny pain. When I say healing from profound fragmentation and trauma is possible, I am not speaking metaphorically, because I am living proof that it is possible. I wrote I Am Serena to share a message of hope and that integration and healing is possible. It does not have graphic trauma shared. Instead, it shares hope and inspiration. It teaches techniques that I learned during my healing journey. And the central theme is simple, that when we connect to our embodied essence through breath, healing becomes possible. It's not easy, but it is possible. I have invested more than 35,000 euros of my own resources to bring this work into the world. This includes professional editing, design, printing, distribution, outreach, translations, and technology, because this message matters. But now I'm asking for support to expand it even more, to globally reach millions. This campaign funds professional translations and targets outreach to Spanish, Romanian, Polish, Italian, Slovene, and English-speaking communities. Also, it helps create a full-length audio book and creates a scholarship fund for committed individuals who cannot afford to mentor with me. No funds will go toward personal living expenses. Many trauma survivors carry long-term financial impact from their histories, and finances are usually strained. This campaign allows balance, support, and guidance for those choosing to heal and are financially strapped. If 800 people contribute 50 euros each, this campaign is fully funded. If 1,600 people contribute 25 euros, Embodied Healing reaches multiple new languages, allows greater access to new possibilities. Larger contributions allow entire language communities to access this work all at once. For those who feel particularly moved by this mission, larger contributions can accelerate translations, scholarships, and global outreach. Major gifts allow this work to reach entire communities and languages quickly, which brings embodied healing information to people who may otherwise never encounter it. If you feel called to support this mission more deeply, or you would like to explore major sponsorships or partnerships, I welcome connecting directly through my website, iamserenabook.com. Not everyone is available to contribute financially, but sharing this campaign with even a few people can help someone discover what they have been searching for: a path toward healing. A single share can make a difference for someone who is actively seeking an answer. If this message resonates with you, if you believe healing is possible, even from profound fragmentation and severe trauma, I invite you to make it possible and accessible. Wholeness is possible. Thank you for being a part of bringing this into the world.